All right, thanks for sticking around for the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. I'm Rich Walsh in for Bob Pompiani tonight. We have a lot to talk about. Pirates lose again. Steelers open training camp, and we got an all-star panel to discuss all these topics with tonight. From left to right on your screen, Jason Mackey of the Post-Gazette, Andrew Fillipponi from 93.7 The Fan, and Mark Kaboly from The Athletic. And guys, we'll start with talking about the Buccos. They lose again. Third straight series that they lose. They could have won this game. No offense, but I think the big story about the Pirates right now, trade deadline is approaching, and Neil Huntington said today the best guy that they could trade, the most that they could get for is Felipe Vasquez, but he said he wants to see Vasquez closing games for the Pirates in the playoffs. Jason, what do you think? Is that ever going to happen?
I'm sure it'll happen eventually, Richie, at least the need to close games in the playoffs. And I understand why Neil said what he did today, and I think he was right in saying it. I mean, he's not going to come out and say, yes, we're going to look to trade our closer as quickly as possible. Please buy tickets to this week's series. I understand where he's coming from with Vasquez. Do I think it's smart to trade him? No, I don't. And the reason I think that is because I think this team could still reasonably contend next season. If they get some of their starting pitchers healthy, they have a decent offense to build around. And right now in the 8th inning, whether it's Keona Kella or Kyle Crick, you're talking about two guys who haven't done a great job in their 8th inning roles. Yep. And so all of a sudden you're going to rip out Vasquez from that bullpen. That's not going to be good news. That being said, if I'm Neil Huntington, I'm certainly listening. And if the Dodgers want to get stupid, by all means, I'd let them.
The starting pitchers you're banking on internally, Jason, are all guys that have underachieved this year, right? You're also expecting Jameson Taillon, a guy that's done nothing but play long toss in the outfield, to come back and be a #1 or #2 starter. Richie, if Neil Huntington said this today and then followed up by saying, and I assure you, we're going to go out and spend a little bit of money next offseason, then I would say, great, keep Felipe Vasquez. But my issue is there are enough holes down the road with this team that I think they're going to have to trade Vasquez to get the young players to fill those holes, because they're not going to go out in free agency and get them. When they go into free agency, they get guys like Jordan Lyles and Lonnie Chisenhall.
I mean, I don't understand why we're so worried about a closer with the Pirates when they're winning 75 to 80 games and not competing for a division title or, you know, any sort of
Mark
playoffs.
Jason said next year's the year.
I didn't say next year's the year.
For 20 years. But the thing is I think it's been a proven commodity over the years that the Pirates can get rid of a closer, and you can say whoever it is, if it's from Grilly to whoever it was, if it was Melanson, and you go down the line, it's just more than that. And there's always been somebody who's been able to fill in that hole, and maybe not as great as Vasquez would be, but if you're be able to get what potentially the Dodgers might offer them, I mean, if they offer both of those guys, a catcher, second baseman.
How about one of those catchers?
Or any of them, I would run so fast and say, okay, here. Because by the time the Pirates get good enough, if they can, Vasquez is not going to be cheap anymore. He's not going to be on the team anyways. So I think it has to be a right deal, but I think you're going to have to get a lot for him. But, yeah, get rid of him, man. Anybody could fill in that role and still win 75, 80 games for a team.
Closers don't win you divisions. They win you World Series.
Andrew,
right? I mean, the closer is to shrink the playoff game, a best-of-5 or a best-of-7 series, where you have a guy who can lock down even more than 3 outs in a short series. But over the grind of 162 games, Jason, you'd rather have the good starting pitcher. You'd rather have the young third starter or a guy that can project as a high-end starter. And the Dodgers, having lost back-to-back World Series, might sell their soul to get that missing piece in Vasquez.
Well, if they sell their soul, then by all means I'd do it. But I don't think you're painting the picture of their starting pitching to look, very incomplete, maybe is the word I'm looking for here.
Jason, what is it? Do you trust Trevor Williams?
Yes, I do.
ERA over 5 this year.
Okay. I mean,
there's one guy. How about Archer? Is he going to
I'm just fine if they go into next season with a starting rotation of Trevor Williams, Joe Musgrove, Chris Archer. If you give me a healthy Jameson Taillon, Agrizal, Mitch Keller,
and I'm not basing
Chad
Agrizal on
back.
like 5 starts, and Chad Kuhl's coming back from major reconstructive surgery, Jason.
I think we overestimate the worth of some of these guys who, just because they, are good for Pirate standards, doesn't mean they're good anywhere else.
Who's we? It's Jason that's doing it right now, Mark.
Jason, what are you talking about?
I'm not giving them the Cy Young Award for crying out
You're
loud.
making it
I'm
sound like they
saying
got
it's
the
good
Braves
enough.
rotation. No, it's not.
Is there any contending team that would take Chris Archer and put him in the top 4 spots right now? He would probably be, inactive or whatever you call it for the playoffs. He wouldn't make the roster.
Okay. Let's walk this back for a second. So let's say we trade Felipe Vasquez, guys.
Right.
What are they going to do with that money? What are they going to get?
It's not a
somebody?
lot of money. It's $5 million in Vasquez.
Right,
year,
but I'm just saying you need a starting pitcher. So all of you guys are talking about if you trade Felipe Vasquez, their starting rotation is magically going to be better. It's not.
Maybe if they get a guy back from the Dodgers that can be in that starting rotation next year.
I'm
out of here.
With oil.
I think didn't we already give up on this year? They're not going
yeah,
anywhere
Bucko
this year, right?
Fever was over June 4th. I said it then. It's over right now. They got to be sellers. I'm afraid they're going to stand pat, guys.
Reggie,
but I would trade. Look, I would trade Felipe Vasquez, Starling Marte, Jordan Lyles, Corey Dickerson, and Melky Cabrera.
Look,
get whatever you can get
Richie,
for these guys.
What you just said there about Marte is interesting. Now, I wasn't at the ballpark today. Jason was. But what we didn't hear, and maybe it's because of the questioning, I don't know, we didn't hear Neil Huntington say the next time we're in a playoff game, we expect Starling Marte to catch the final out. So, I mean, is he
was not asked directly about Starling Marte, to be
Okay.
fair. I asked him directly about Vasquez.
Well, according to some people, Marte is telling everybody that he might get traded. So that's still apparently on the table. To me, a center fielder is more valuable than a closer because they affect the game in more ways, even though this center fielder's a real frustrating player because 1 second he looks locked in and the next game he's in la-la land.
How big of a drop-off is it from Brian Reynolds playing center field to Starling Marte? I understand it's a drop-off, but I would be fine with Brian Reynolds being your center fielder or Jason Martin or whoever's coming up next year.
Jason Martin and Starling Marte aren't even in the same universe.
I understand that, but
Richie.
how big of a drop-off is it, is what I'm asking.
Large.
Yeah.
It's a big drop-off.
I think Marte has turned me around a little bit. I think he could have a little bit of a future here. And Richie, who are you kidding, man? 3-game winning streak and you're hashtag Bucko Fever. 3 games, that's all it takes with you.
Yeah, I know. But
I think there will be more demand for Vasquez than Marte because the Dodgers and the Braves, those teams might look at Marte or Vasquez as the missing piece, whereas a lot of teams, I think, have their center field situation pretty much solid and set.
Andrew, I don't think Marte would bring back anything that can help him. I think Marte is more important to the Pirates than what they could get back for him. So that's why I think you keep him.
But they're the 2 most valuable guys. They're the 2 most pieces that you could get back a good return, right?
You might be able to get something for Melky Cabrera or Corey Dickerson.
I disagree. I mean, you might be
You're not going to get premium return. I'm not saying they're going to get a top-tier prospect, but you're talking about veteran guys who know how to hit and can perform. They'll get something for them.
I honestly think that the guy that's going to be a free agent that might have the most interest is Liriano because teams can always use lefties out of their bullpen to get precious outs in the playoffs, and he's proven for the most part that he can do that, even though Clint Hurdle didn't give him a chance to do that earlier in the week.
But that's not going to get you anything.
Well, I want to talk about Josh Bell, but we have to take a break. We can talk about him coming up next. But what's the newest Chevy store in the region? #1 Cochran Chevrolet in Cranberry. And if you haven't been there yet, now's the time. Get incredible grand opening offers on all your favorite Chevy cars, trucks, and crossovers. Plus, #1 Cochran's exclusive, clearly better car buying experience. It's a season of savings now at the new #1 Chevrolet Cranberry on Perry Highway, formerly Kenny Ross, or visit CochranChevrolet.com right now. Back with more Bucko talk coming up next. Stay right there.
The #1 Cochran Sports Showdown is brought to you by #1 Cochran, Go One Better, and by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Have a greater hand in your health.